Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chapter 17. Suta Uvacha Tatra Gomitunam Raja Hanyamanamanathvat Dandahastam cha Vrushalam Dadrushen Rupalanchanam. Suta Goswami said, after reaching that place, Maharaja Parikshit observed that a low caste Sudra, dressed like a king, was beating a cow and a bull with a club as if they had no owner. Vrusham Brunala Davalam Mehantamiva Bhimbhyatam Vrusham Mrunala Dhavalam Mehantamiva Bibhyatam Vepamanam Padaikena Sidantam Shudrataditam. The bull was as white as a white lotus flower. He was terrified of the Sudra who was beating him, and he was so afraid that he was standing on one leg, trembling and urinating. Gam cha dharma dugham deenam mrusham Bhrusham Sudrapadahatam Vivatsamashruvadanam Kshamam Yavasamichatim. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were being bitten by a Sudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was just distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in the field. Papracha Ratamarudaha Kartaswaraparichadam Megha Gambhiraya Vacha Samaropita Karmukaha. Maharaja Parikshit, well equipped with arrows and bow and seated on a gold embossed chariot, spoke to him, the Sudra, with a deep voice sounding like thunder. Kastvam Brucharane Loke Kastvam Macharane Loke Baladhamsya Balan Bali Naradevosi Veshena Natavat Karmana Dvijaha. Oh, how are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. But your dress, by your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man, king. But by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice-born Kshatriyas. Yastvam Krishne Gate Dhuram Sahagandiva Dhanvana Sotyosya Shochayan Rahasi Praharan Vardamarhasi. You rogue, do you dare beat an innocent cow because Lord Krishna and Arjuna, the carrier of the Gandiva bow, are out of sight? Since you're beating the innocent in a secluded place, You are considered a culprit and therefore deserve to be killed. Tvam va mrunaladhavalah पादैन्यूपः पदाचरन् वृषरूपेण किं कश्चिद् देवो नः परिकेधयन्. Then he, Maharaja Parikshit, asked the bull, "Oh, who are you? Are you a bull as white as the white lotus, or are you a demigod? You have lost 3 of your legs and are moving on only one. Are you some demigod causing us grief in the form of a bull?" न जातु कौरवेन्द्राणां दोर्दण्डपरिरम्भिते भूतलेऽनुपतन्त्यस्मिन् विनाते प्रणिनां शुचः. Now for the first time in the kingdom, well protected by the arms of the kings of the Kuru dynasty, I see you grieving with tears in your eyes. Up till now, no one on earth had ever shed tears because of royal negligence. Ma saurabhe yatra shucho vyetu te vrushalat bhayam ma godiram bhadram te kalanam mahishastari. O son of Surabhi, you need lament no longer now. There is no need to fear this low class Sudra. O mother cow, as long as I am living as the ruler and subduer of all envious men, there is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. Yasya rashtre praja sarvastrisyante Yasya rashtre praja sarvas strasyante sadva sadhubhihi tasya mattasya nashyanti kirtirayurbhayo gatihi yesha rajñam paro dharmo hyartanamartik nigraha atayenam vadishyami bhutadruhamasattamam. O chaste one, the king's good name, duration of life, and good rebirth vanish when all kinds of living beings are terrified by miscreants in his kingdom. It is certainly the prime duty of the king to subdue first the sufferings of those who suffer. Therefore, I must kill this most wretched man because he is violent against other living beings. Ko vrishchattava padam strin saurabheya chatushpada ma bhuvam stwadhrusha rashtre rajñam krishnanuvartinam. He, Maharaja Parikshit, repeatedly addressed and questioned the bull thus: O son of Surabhi, who has cut off your 3 legs? In the state of the kings who are obedient to the laws of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, there is no one as unhappy as you. Akyahi vrushabhadram vaha sadhunamakrutagasam atmavairupyakartaram parthanam kirtidhushanam. O bull, you are offenseless and thoroughly honest. Therefore, I wish all good to you. Please tell me of the perpetrator of these mutilations, which blackmailed the reputation of the sons of Pritha. जनेनागस्य घं युज्यन् सर्वतोऽस्य च मद्भयं साधूनां भद्रमेव स्यात् असाधुदमने कृते. Whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer must fear me anywhere and everywhere in the world. By curbing disconnect, miscreants, one automatically benefits the offenseless. By curbing dishonest miscreants, one automatically benefits the offenseless. Anaghah kiha bhuteshu Anagah sviha bhuteshu ya agaskrunni runkrushaha ahartasmi bhujam sakshad atmartyasyapi sangadam. An upstart living being who commits offenses by torturing those who are offenseless shall be directly uprooted by me, even though he is a denizen of the heaven with armor and decorations. Rajño hi paramo dharmaha swadharmasyanupalanam shasatonyan yata shastram anapadyut Pataniha. The supreme duty of the ruling king is to give all protection to law-abiding persons and to chastise those who stray from ordinances of scriptures in ordinary times when there is no emergency. Dharma uvacha yetadvah pandaveyanam युक्तमार्तभयं वचः येषां गुणगणौ कृष्णो दौत्यादौ भगवान् कृतः. The personality of religion said, "These words just spoken by you benefit a person of the Pandava dynasty, captivated by devotional qualities of the Pandavas. Even Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, performed duties as a messenger." न वयं क्लेश बीजानि यतस्युः पुरुषर्षभ पुरुषं तं विजानीमो वाक्यभेदविमोहिताः. O greatest among human beings, it is very difficult to ascertain the particular miscreant who had caused our sacrifices, because we are bewildered by all the different options of theoretical philosophers. केचिद् विकल्पवसना आहुरात्मानमात्मनः दैवमन्ये परे कर्म स्वभावमपरे प्रभुम्. Some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that the superhuman powers are responsible. Some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that the superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that the activity is responsible, and the gross materialists maintain that nature is the ultimate cause. अप्रतर्कर्यादनिर्देश याधिति केष्वपि निश्चयः. अप्रकर्त्यादनिर्देशाद् इति केष्वपि निश्चयः अत्रानुरूपं राजर्षे विमृशा स्वमनीषया. There are some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. सूत उवाच एवं धर्मे प्रवदति ससम्राड् द्विजसत्तमाः समाहितेन मनसा विखेद पर्यचष्टतम्. Suta Goswami said, O best among the Brahmanas, the Emperor Parikshit, thus hearing the personality of religious speak, was fully satisfied, and without mistake or regret, he gave his reply. Rajovacha dharmam bravishi dharmagnya dharmosi vrusharupadrik yada dharmakrutasthānam suchakasyapi tadbhavet. The king said, O you who are in the form of a bull, you know the truth of religion, and you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. You are no other than the personality of religion. Atava deva mayaya nunam gatiragochara chetaso vachasaschapi bhutanamiva nishchayaha. Thus it is concluded that the Lord's energies are inconceivable. No one can estimate them by mental speculation or by word jugglery. Tapashaucham daya satyam iti pada krute krutaha adharmam shautrayo adharmam saishtrayo bhagnaha smayasangamadhaistava. In the age of sattva, truthfulness, your 4 legs were established by the 4 principles of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. But it appears that three of your legs are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride, lust for women, and intoxication. Idanim dharmapadaste satyam nirvartayedyatah tam jighrishnatya anrute naidhitah kalihi. Tam jighrikshatya dharmoyam anrute naidhitah kalihi. You are now standing on one leg only, which is your truthfulness, and you are somehow or the other hobbling around. But quarrel personified, Kali, flourishing by deceit, is also trying to destroy that leg. Iyam cha bhumir bhagavata nyasito rubhara sati Shrimad yasaihi sarvatah kruta kautuka Shrimad yasaihi sarvatah kruta kautuka. The burden of the earth was certainly diminished by the personality of Godhead and by others as well. When he was present as the incarnation, all good was performed because of his auspicious footprints. So chatya shruvat shruk so chatya shrukala so chatya shrukala sadvi dhurbhage vojnita sati abbrahmanya nrupavyajaha shudra bhokshyanti mamiti. Now she, the chaste one, being unfortunately forsaken by the personality of Godhead, laments her future with tears in her eyes, for now she is being ruled and enjoyed by low class men who pose as rulers. Iti dharmam mahim chaiva santva maharataha nishatamadade Kangham Kadgam Nishatamadade Kadgam Kalaye Dharma Hetave. Maharaja Parikshit, who could fight 1,000 enemies single-handedly, thus pacified the personality of religion and the earth. He then took up his sharp sword to kill the personality of Kali, who is the cause of all irreligion. Tam jigam sumabhipretya vihaya rupalanchanam tatpadamulam shirasa samagad bhayavihwalaha. When the personality of Kali understood that the king was willing to kill him, he at once abandoned the dress of the king and under pressure of fear completely surrendered to him, bowing his head. Patitam padayor viraha krupaya deenavatsalaha sharanyo navadhit shlokya ahachedam hasanniva. Maharaja Parikshit, who was qualified to accept surrender and worthy of being sung in his kingdom, Maharaja Parikshit, who was qualified to accept surrender and worthy of being sung in history, did not kill the poor surrendered and fallen Kali, but smiled compassionately, for he was kind to the poor. Rajovacha nate guda kesha yashodharanam baddhanjalairvai bhayamasti kinchit navartitavyam bhavata katam chana kshetre madhiye tvamadharma bandhuhu. The king thus said, "We have inherited the fame of Arjuna. Therefore, since you have surrendered yourself with folded hands, you need not fear for your life. But you cannot remain in my kingdom, for you are the friend of irreligion. Tvam vartamanam naradeva dehed. Tvam vartamanam navadeva devesh anupravritto yamadharma pughaha lobho nrutam anaryamamho jeshta cha maya kalahascha dhambaha tvam vartamanam naradeva deheshvanupravritto yamadharma pughaha lobho nrutam chauryamanaryamanho jeshta cha maya kalahascha dhambaha. If the personality of Kali, irreligion, is allowed to act as a man god or as an executive head, certainly irreligious principles like greed, falsehood, robbery, incivility, treachery, misfortune, cheating, quarrel, and vanity will abound. न वर्तितव्यं तदधर्मबन्धो धर्मेण सत्येन च वर्तितव्ये ब्रह्मावर्ते यत्र जयन्ति यज्ञैर्यज्ञेश्वरं यज्ञवितानविज्ञाः. Therefore, O friend of religion, you do not deserve to remain in a place where experts perform sacrifices according to truth and religious principles for satisfaction of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, यस्मिन् हरिर्भगवान् निज्यमान इज्यात्ममूर्तिर्यजतां शं तनोति कामानमोघान् स्थिरजङ्गमानाम् अन्तर्बहिर्वायुरिपैश आत्मा. In all sacrificial ceremonies, although sometimes a demigod is worshipped, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped because he is the super soul of everyone and exists both inside and outside like the air. Thus, it is he only who awards all welfare to the worshipper. Suta uvacha परीक्षितैव मादिष्टः सकलिर्जातवेपतुः तमुद्यतासि माहेदं दण्डपाणिमिवोध्यतम्. Sri Sutta Goswami said, the personality of Kali, thus being ordered by Maharaja Parikshit, began to tremble in fear. Seeing the king before him like Yamaraja, ready to kill him, Kali spoke to the king as follows. Kaliruvacha yatra kavata vastyami sarvabhaumatavagnyaya lakshaye tatra tatrapi tvamatteshu sharasanam. O your majesty, though I may live anywhere and everywhere under your order, I shall but see you with a bow and arrow wherever I look. Tanme dharma brutam sreshta sthanam nirdeshtumarhasi yatraiva niyato vatsya atishtastenuशासनम्. Therefore, O chief among the protectors of religion, please fix some place for me where I can live permanently under the protection of your government. Suta uvacha abhyartitastada tasmai sthanani kalaye dadau dhutam panam striyam suta yatra dharmaschaturvidaha. Sutta Goswami said, Maharaja Parikshit, thus being petitioned by the personality of Kali, gave him permission to reside in places where gambling, drinking, prostitution, and animal slaughter were performed. Gambling, drinking, prostitution, and animal slaughter. Punaschayachamanaya jatarupamadhat prabhuhu tato nrutam madam kamam rajo vairam cha panchamam. The personality of Kali asked for something more, and because of his begging, the king gave him permission to live where there is gold, because wherever there is gold, there is also falsity, intoxication, lust, envy, and enmity. Amoni panchasthanani yadharma prabhavah kalihi auttareyena dattani nyavasat tannideshakrit. Thus the personality of Kali, by the direction of Maharaja Parikshit, son of Uttara, was allowed to live in those 5 places. अतैतानि न सेवेत बुभूषु पुरुषः क्वचित् विशेषतो धर्मशीलो राजा लोकपतिर्गुरुः. Therefore, whoever desires progressive well-being, especially kings, religionists, public leaders, brahmanas, and sannyasis, should never come in contact with the 4 above-mentioned irreligious principles. वृषस्य नष्टां स्त्रीन् पादान् तपःशौचं दयामिति प्रतिसन्दद्य आश्वास्य महीं च समवर्धयत्. Thereafter, the king re-established the lost legs of the personality of the religion, the bull, and by encouraging activities, he sufficiently improved the condition of the earth. सयेष एतत् ह्यद्यास्य आसनं पार्थिवोचितं पितामहेनोपन्यस्तं राज्ञारण्यं विविक्षता आस्तेऽध्युना स राजर्षिः कौरवेन्द्रः श्रियो लसन् राजाह्वये महाभागश्चक्रवर्ती बृहच्रवाः. The most fortunate emperor Maharaja Maharaja Parikshit, who was entrusted with the kingdom of Hastinapura by Maharaja Yudhishthira when he desired to retire to the forest, is now ruling the world with great success due to his being glorified by the deeds of the kings of the Kuru dynasty. Ityam bhutanubhavoyam abhimanयुसुतो नृपः यस्य पालयतः क्षौणीं यूयं सत्राय दीक्षिताः यस्य पालयतः क्षौणीं यूयं तत्राय दीक्षिताः. Maharaja Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu, is so experienced that by the dint of his expert administration and patronage, it has been possible for you to perform a sacrifice such as this. Maharaja Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu, is so experienced that by dint of his expert administration and patronage, it has been possible for you to perform a sacrifice such as this. Thus ends the chapter entitled Punishment and Reward of Kali. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.